It's getting better every week.
Every week?
Really? You think so?
You know what? If you guys can, I'll let you.
Please let us know. We're always trying to improve.
This is probably our latest party.
She's been going insane.
I'm gonna go party.
Yeah. No, I need to stay loyal. I don't have a girlfriend yet.
It's known that Syracuse University is a party-centric school. Everything revolves around the weekend. They always leave out the parts of it that are exclusionary and individualistic. That's why my friends and I combined our knowledge and strengths to create a fake fraternity to throw parties on our own. During the spring of 2023, in one of our parties, someone broke the gas main, causing a huge gas leak throughout the house, and we had to evacuate the entire place. No one died, though. Some people went to Cancun, some didn't. Friendship dynamics changed, but no one was physically harmed. Skateboarding has always been a vague interest of mine, so when I was in Los Angeles last semester, I was considering either doing a video or a documentary on the subculture. But I didn't feel like I knew it well enough to do it accurately, so I scrapped that. Then I got back to Syracuse and continued to go to shows with my friends and bandmates. Tied with film, music is one of my strongest interests. I try to include it into every aspect of my life and work. However, as much as I wanted to do a documentary on the Syracuse scene, I realized how expansive the history is and how many people there are that I would need to interview. In a matter of 3 months and 20 minutes into a documentary, I don't think I could have done it. So I scrapped that too. My friend Chica, a photo major, has already captured some of the local hardcore scene in their projects. I decided that I would build off of them rather than create from the void.
Oh, haha. So this series, I don't have the original photo book because I gifted it to my professor, but this is inspired by a series I did like 2 years ago about the DIY scene and the mosh pit in Syracuse, and I kind of just took pictures inside the mosh pit and then made it into this like huge photo book that played with a lot of like rhythm and movement. And that was actually going to be my original thesis, but then I changed it to, but I'm taking this class right now, book arts, which love that class. It's a lot of fucking work. And we had to make these books, and for this assignment, it was like a content follow form. So what I did is that I got the murals, like huge murals of my book, and then like printed them all out. Okay. So when you put it together, it actually can make a perfect circle, just like one would see at a DIY punk show. Because it's like the circle pit, except it's my book, and like these are pictures I've taken inside the pit. And in an ideal world where this was like in a museum or an exhibition or whatever, it would be actually hung from the ceiling with wires, so it can kind of create like a floating effect, and one can actually walk into it, kind of like this, and be like
in your face.
Yeah. And then you go inside the show. That's why like the end covers has all of these people. So these are actually people in Syracuse and some in Japan. Then you see the pit, and then you like kind of fuck around in the pit. You play around. You meet all the people. You get slapped and all that shit. These are large format, black and white negatives. Some more. I haven't looked at these in so long. These are like some of the first things I made in Syracuse, and I really fuck with large format. I mean, I checked out a large format camera. I'm gonna get it. Got the large format here. But it's a very like, it's a process that like you have to have the time and the patience to do that. And I haven't had the time lately, nor the patience to like do things. Sorry, I don't talk about photography a lot anymore, which is funny because I'm a photo major. It's just, I think I'm like really burnt out from photography, which is why I haven't done it lately a lot. We can't go in, like we can. Like, can we? Do you want to go in?
I mean, sure.
It's gonna be dark.
I don't think it will pick up.
Hello? Okay, so no one is here. Oh shit! Wait, fuck! Can you take this off of the... Is this me from that?
Yes, probably.
And then, okay. This has a hole in it. Bro, I call this a stage battle. Like, this is literally what goes on. But, yeah. So, this is one of my projects that I've been working on as of recent that I'm really excited for. So, I'm the manager of Forever 21 and the store's clothing, so they allowed me to take a bunch of mannequins. Hi. I love her. I take jewelry production, and it's funny because it's like my senior year and I'm supposed to be working on my thesis, which right up there. This is my proof that I've actually been working on my photo thesis, because this is like my videos of me storyboarding in air quotes. I don't have like anything to show of it right now because it's all performance art and video. So can't really do that, but anyways, that's why I'm showing my jewelry collection. The reason why I did jewelry was because like I wanted to create products for people, like I wanted to create wearable art for people that really encapsulates their style and who they are and stuff. And like the sculptural pieces I was making, they were really for like fucks and like shits and giggles, but it also makes sense because it was a casting class and like yeah. Also, one thing that like I found hard in jewelry, but I realized that I just like unintentionally do it, is really that DIY mindset of like DIY or die, which working with what I have, which is why like I made it very important that these are from Forever 21, that they were like discarded on the bottom, that no one wanted, and really just like, okay, well, I fucked it up, whatever, like instead of trying to like refix it to perfectly what it was before, just keep going, and that's it.
My friend Christian, an architecture major, shares a similar DIY or die mindset to Chica and I. They're currently trying to recreate a $1,200 stool for much cheaper.
I would like to make this a completely like hand tool project though. Just chisels. Chisels and sandpaper. Sometimes people will come up to me and just be like, yeah, you can do this so much easier if you just use power tools. I'm like, yeah, but I want to learn. There's just something about hand tools that's so fucking just
It's just cool.
You can do it anywhere.
You're probably going to be doing this how long, though?
Dude, just brings the price up.
In between watching episodes of The Wire and playing video games, I would go outside to check Christian's progress. Despite my wavering focus, he's completely absorbed. Realizing that it's Friday, Christian comes back inside to hang out with the rest of us. He puts a pause in this project. However, it's only one of many, past, present, and future.
This was really my introduction into woodworking. I wanted to like start some project, and I found this pane of glass on the side of the road, so I picked it up and I was like, I'm gonna make a table, because I just started working at the wood shop. And if you look here, this is probably the most toy-like it gets, is this little like nook here, where I kind of purposely overlapped it to look like kind of like Lincoln Logs. These are actually screen printing projects. So I have this one up here, that's an animation from idle screen of Mirror's Edge. I don't know if you know that video game. And then these are also screen printed upholstery projects for these chairs that I made for my screen printing final. This is actually really fun. These cushions can actually be taken out and replaced. So there's a zipper here, and then there's just a foam insert. And then the chairs can be disassembled and flat packed without any tools, which is nice for moving. So these bowls are for my family. I'm doing a set of 2 bigger bowls that I'm gonna turn, and then 2 smaller ones. These are for my siblings, and then the 2 bigger ones are gonna be for me and my mom. And they're just supposed to be little like dishes that kind of stack and fit together. So then in some way we're always like kind of connected, and I just think that's a really nice thing. So those are really pretty. Those are made from a giant redwood tree, which I got from the ESF liquidation that we talked about. This is the giant redwood tree. I just got a splinter. I have an assortment of woods down here from the liquidation thing. I have a bunch of hickory. I want to do some like handles for that because I feel like it'd be cool to make my own axe handle. And then I also have some red hickory. These blocks are all red hickory. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with these yet. Someone's telling me to make spoons and like forks. This is a red maple, which right now I'm using it in that record shelf that I'm making for some of the trim details.
I did that like 92 pounds.
No.
Slide into like these little slots here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm wanting to stain this like a really like vibrant red.
Okay.
It's like once
I
you
didn't
take the
watch,
records
like,
out, you see like this
up to
crazy
that
red.
point.
So I made a little oopsie.
You made oopsie.
So I have to cut everything down about like 3/16 of an inch shorter. Which is like not that much. The records will still fit, which is kind of annoying. I have to put it in like the software again, in Rhino, and then just do everything all over again. I think this is all we have time for. It's just because like the setup for doing the joints takes like a while, and then you have to have it kind of like that for a while too.
There's only so much time in a day, and Christian is once again forced to put a hold on one of their projects. I followed Chica around to see what they've been working on currently in the metalsmithing studio.
I haven't been on my phone in a second, which I mean, like,
Right.
which is stupid, but listen, anyone that knows me knows that, like, I am a big phone user, right? But, like, I feel like I just haven't even been on my phone that much. With all the classes and shit that I'm taking, it's like, if I'm not doing photography, I'm doing jewelry. If I'm not doing jewelry, I'm making a fucking book. So it's like, it's just like, it's really hard. Like, I get it, low-key, when people are like, what do you do in art school? Because it's like, oh, like, I'm making a book, sorry. But no, I actually know, I completely get it when my mom is like, I don't get what you do in art school. Because it's like, everything that I do to, like, the normal person is like a mundane task. But to me, it's like, this is like making it or breaking it.
And even when it's like you're not like distracting yourself with like other work, you have like other distractions that just pop up like naturally, like with the photo lab.
I'm honestly really glad that happened and you caught it on camera, because I swear to God, people are like, why do you take so long, or why do you always seem to be so busy? It's because of that. Like, I don't even do it to myself. It's like, it just happens. And you know what? That's whatever. Because what I like to think of it is building me to become a stronger and more resilient person. Because these days, resilience and shame is so dead, but I am on a mission to bring that back, because in my opinion, I think we can all have a little more resilience and shame in this world. And also, I feel like that's like kind of what you just get for being like a creative person, because it's like an unconventional thing, an unconventional path that people are like normally on. So when it's like you do it, it's like you are finding more unconventional, because like not everyone like uses the darkroom from the day to day, and Syracuse sucks and doesn't care about their art program, so they underfund everything, which is why the whole darkroom thing is happening. I love polishing. By the way, guys, you're about to watch me do probably my favorite thing ever in jewelry. I have like this really intense like pathway that I'm like kind of like self-delusional in the fact that like it probably won't work out or happen, but we'll see. But after college, I'm gonna be a bench jeweler, and then I'm gonna work up that chain of whatever, and then get to master polisher. Okay, and look, okay, I love polishing because look, this is the original like texture, and then look how pretty it is now. Let me explain to you guys what this even is. I realized I didn't do that. Ta-da! It's like supposed to be a little hand armor type of thing. This was originally gonna be my collection, but I think we're gonna have to wait until grad school to do this, because it's a lot of work, but I really enjoy doing it. But yeah. But this, I was playing around. This had like 20 million different textures on top of it. Like I played around with different techniques of folding and like combining wax. And then I really like this texture that I created, kind of this like folded metal texture. And then I made it out of wax, and through lost wax casting, I casted it into this little thingy, and right now we're cleaning it up. So, and then this is why it also gets really messy. So they tell us to wear gloves and wear a mask. Oh, my professor gets mad at me because I don't wear a mask. But like personally, like I don't really care. Oh yeah, my master jewelry plan. So you guys saw it here first. This is living proof. When I become a really famous master polisher, you can be like, oh my god. They were on that shit since like the beginning of time. Okay, so first, also jewelry has made me so much stronger because bro, this shit low-key is a lot of work sometimes. I've also learned the beauty of using hot water when you clean your metal. Ta-da! You can clearly see which parts I polished and what parts I haven't. But like this part, I love this part. And then yay!
As Chica put, their work may not be perfectly conventional, but they still put the time and care in to make their work unique and shiny, because no one wants to be dull and unoriginal. Part of this documentary was an excuse to follow my friends around on their adventures that most people don't get to see. Instead of going to Home Depot or Lowe's, I give Christian a ride to the place where he gets most of his wood, from this guy named Arnie.
Wow.
So the design on the internet from Virginia Tech University. Basic design of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you gotta
Hey, go in there, walk in.
Oh, cool.
It's been in here all winter. Usually in the summer it takes about a month. Winter.
Wow.
And the tarp here is to force the air down through the stickers.
Yeah.
The fans come on during the day. These vents here, just somehow they vent out the moisture.
You learn a lot when you spend time with your friends as they do their weird hobbies and interests that you wouldn't normally get from within your own work. We have the same 24 hours in a day, but we get the most out of it when we share it. Because everyone gets bored of their work. Everyone puts a pause in what they're doing to do something else. We're always searching for a way to use our energy so that it's not wasted. And there's a sense of guilt you get from not focusing all of your energy on one task and one task only. But it's okay to be distracted. It's a distracting world. And it's hard to focus.